Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Commissioner, I'm probably going to direct most of my questions to the Secretary and the General, but I don't want you to think that I don't recognize the extraordinary work and importance of the Bureau of Reclamation.
Thank you.
In my opening statement, gentlemen, I talked about Hurricane Katrina and what we call HISTRIS. You're familiar with this project where we built levees, flood walls, pumping stations all around the New Orleans metropolitan area.
Wow.
A miracle of engineering. Thank you. Of course, this project didn't just happen. The money didn't just fall from heaven. We thank heaven for it, but it came out of taxpayers' pockets. The federal government put up most of it, but the state had to put up its share. After Katrina, we were flat on our back, literally and figuratively, especially economically. So we had to borrow the money from the American taxpayer. In the last Word bill, with the help of my colleagues, thank you, we restructured Louisiana's debt. And we're about to make, our legislature just approved it, about a $400 million payment to you. And I promise you, the check will clear. The money's been appropriated. This is going to require perhaps some guidelines in implementing this restructuring. Have you thought about that, Mr. Secretary General? If you are going to issue guidelines, if you could call me and we'll work together to make sure that we both are on the same page.
Senator Kennedy, we'd be happy to work with you on the process going forward to make sure that the commitments are met. And if there are guidelines that need to be created, be happy to work with you and your staff on what those guidelines are.
I really would appreciate it, General.
No, sir, appreciate that, and appreciate the guidance. I believe it was Section 351 in Word of 2020, and we are working with the Secretary's office on getting the appropriate guidance out to the field.
Good. Well, if you need me, call me, because we want to get this back right, and we're going to make our payments. And again, I want to thank my colleagues for working with me on helping us restructure this debt, because we were never going to be able to pay back the interest. It was just eating us alive.
Yes, sir.
Let me talk about the Morganza to the Gulf Hurricane Protection Project. I know you're familiar with it. This project is in southeast Louisiana, below New Orleans. It's hugely important to us. And my people know that. They started taxing themselves back in, let's see, early 1990. And I know that's rare. Usually everybody comes to the federal government and says, money, please. My people said, look, we're gonna put our money where our mouth is. They started taxing themselves. And of course, we went through the planning for the project and working closely with the Corps, and the project is on its way. In our last Congress, we actually appropriated a little bit of money for it. But we got a long way to go. I wanted to get your thoughts about the Morganza to the Gulf Protection Project. See, what do you think? What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? Because I can assure you I'm going to be calling you a lot about it. Mr. Secretary?
I'll be honest with you, Senator Kennedy, I am not familiar with the project, but...
oh, we're going to fix that.
Well, I look forward to that, an opportunity to visit the site with you and gather some information.
I'm thinking, let's come to Louisiana. We're going to take a helicopter tour. We'll take an airboat. I'll show you some alligators. But this, all kidding aside, this is a big project. This is a big deal. And we've been working on it since the 1990s. And my people have put up a lot of their money. And we're on our way. It's authorized. Congress appropriated a little bit of money. But we need to finish this. And I want you to know it as well as I do.
Okay. I look forward to the trip.
Okay. Mr. General, you got any thoughts?
Sir, I'll just add, we understand the non-federal sponsors have put over $400 million against this project. We are grateful for the New Start Authority that we received in the fiscal year 21. Sir, that's a good start, and about $12 million to get started on the federal portion. So when we make our recommendation to the Secretary, life safety is always at the top of the list, and this is a critical life safety project for the people in that region.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the New Start Authority. I want to thank my colleagues again for helping me get the New Start Authority, and I want to thank all of you. And we'll we'll be in touch on this project. Thank you.